Alrighty, well, here we go. I think we're on to episode 9 now of our Cumberland rebuild, and we are starting season number 4, and we have improved our defense all the way up to an 81. That we are better in that category than our rivals in Georgia Tech that we will open up the season with. We are in the Sun Belt once again, hoping the third time is the charm to win the league. Let's take a look at our schedule here. We'll start off with Georgia Tech and then go on the road to Appalachian State. We're going to challenge ourselves by going to Tuscaloosa and taking on Alabama. Then we get Jacksonville State, Monroe. At Southern Mississippi, they are the defending league champions. We beat them last year, but we struggled down the stretch. And then we get South Alabama, Tulane, who made the playoffs last season, and then Vanderbilt. We will go to their place. And then finish the season with at Arkansas State, who beat us and kind of derailed our season 3. Then we got Troy and Louisiana, and those are the teams on our schedule here for the 2028 season. And taking a look at our roster after all the upgrades, and yes, Cam Pruitt, the Miami U transfer, is our best player at an 88 overall. Maybe finally a couple of these guys we can get some NFL draft prospects, and that'll help. All 4 of these guys, really. I think Ayers, Wakoma, who we brought in, and he came in from Texas State by way of Illinois to us. And then Strickland and, honestly, Jaja Boyd and Peyton Morgan. We got guys that I think that could get drafted, especially if they have big seasons for us here. Now, we have the youngest quarterback room in the country. We have to. We have 2 redshirt freshmen. So Stamer, even though he was our backup quarterback last year, still got the red shirt because Kenny Minchie was just able to stay in all season. We've got Morrow and Muhammad, the 2 true freshmen that we brought in, but it is John Small, the impact that we brought in transfer, and I'm spacing on where we brought him in from, but 78 overall, and hopefully he can develop here. All these guys want playing time. But Small clearly head and shoulders above the rest. Running back room, we've got Lando for one more season. We've got Dugans. We've got Stephen Cummings. And Mike Dugans was our lead running back last year. He's actually going to be our starter. And then Hatchett's going to be our number 2 with a star development. And then we'll have Lando as our number 3. But hopefully we get guys mixed in a little bit. We'll go with Treggs again as our starting fullback. And then Thurber behind him. And Tweedlee. That's what I'm going with. Tweedlee as the pronunciation. We've got Veal. We've got Tongue. We moved Rugamba over from tight end. And then I do want to get Delonte Pettis on the field. So Quincy Bruss is kind of the one on the outside looking in right now. And then Matthew Wilbur will hopefully develop him. And then tight ends, we got Moeller for one more season. Winbush, Zakelj, fresh in, start development. So hopefully we can get him some snaps this season and get him on the right track. Offensive line, we have had to really piece together again here. We've got Jeremy Tracy, the transfer that we brought in from Middle Tennessee State. So we got him at left tackle for one season. We convinced Mekhi Stewart to come back in, but when I was doing his upgrades, I realized we're kind of stuck with where he's at. Glad we had at least somebody back, but if he leaves this time for pro potential, I may not stop him. Hopefully Sean Bobo sees some snaps. We put him in as our long snapper just to get him hopefully a little bit of XP. We've got Tariq Williams for one more season. Grant Huff is a good backup. We can move around. Same with Jermaine Houston. Thad Kumar comes in, and the sophomore transfer from Navy gets out of the service, comes to us, and then we've got Cleland, who took a big jump here, the sophomore star development, so hopefully he has a big year. And then hopefully guys like Frank Whitaker and George Zigbo can develop a little bit. We've got Kamari Moore, hopefully for 2 more seasons with the impact. I think, playing time. So we're not going to have to worry. We're going to have him for another 2 seasons as he just becomes a monster up front for us. We've got James Couch Smith. he'll be mixed in quite a bit. We've got Decker for one more season. We're definitely going to get Zimmons some playing. We're trying to get Joel Ruggs in there a little bit with his impact. And then David Gajachuk, the best defensive tackle we've got at 72 overall, but he's an impact as a sophomore. We've got Kevin Bost as an impact as well. So we got a couple of guys there that hopefully develop this season. Then we get Dallas Guthrie, huge impact player for us to get. Bring him in from Ohio State. He at least saw action in pretty much all their games last season, so if he's good enough to play for Ohio State, certainly good enough to play for us. We'll have Ben Laney behind him, kind of moving him around, and then J.J. Okine, see if we get him on the field at all. He may end up redshirting. Veldman has not developed like I thought he would after we transferred him in from Northwestern, so we'll see what happens. I think he's another one of the guys that has kind of hit his ratings blocks. Yeah, he's as fully upgraded as could be, so that's a little bit of a disappointment there. And then we've got Damian Blizzard and Matthew Candidate as impacts that may end up playing over Veldman by the time we get to the end of the season. And then, of course, Cam Pruitt going to be all over the field for us in the front seven. And then our veteran defensive secondary with Ayers, Boyd, Pride, Crutchfield, and basically these guys, Mills and Moon, unfortunately probably nowhere for them to play this season. We still kept them on the roster just in case. And then we got Miguel Choice. We moved him over from safety as a 94-speed sophomore, so hopefully he can develop with that impact and be one of the guys that comes in next season and has a bigger impact. So we may just outright redshirt him just to make sure. And then we got Strickland over here as our safety, as we talked about. We've got Leach behind him, and then Joel Dogg starting to step up in his overall. And Saban, the transfer we brought in, may redshirt him as well. And then we got Wakoma for one season. We've got Morgan, and some of these guys, we've moved them in the depth chart just to make sure that they're getting some playing time and utilizing the best of that secondary that we have. And then we got Uzoma, the freshman punter, coming in. And who was our kicker? We got the sophomore, Vizcano, replacing George Lincoln, who was a good field goal kicker for us. I think he missed a few extra points, though, during the Super Sim. But that's what we're looking at. And then one thing I wanted to look at, too, is just all the talks with the new game coming out. Marshall 72, Southern Miss 74, Arkansas State 72, 66-62. We've got, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 teams under 60 here in the Sun Belt Conference. But I guess we probably want to look at some of the bigger conferences. Yeah, Michigan State is, I don't think, a very good team anyway. Maryland, kind of what you'd expect. Purdue's the one sub-70 team in that conference. ACC's been sending a lot of teams to the playoffs, and that kind of shows with the overalls. Virginia, the only one, and Wake Forest that are struggling. But Wake gets a win there to start. So at least for right now, everything hasn't completely fallen off the table. Charlotte hasn't been a very good team since moving up to Division I FBS. They are 54 overall. The lowest I saw was FIU at a 52 when we beat them in their bowl game. But they jumped up to a 62 this season, so that's good. All the Conference USA, we kind of pulled some teams out of there, and I think that may have hurt their overalls. The MAC not looking great. The Mountain West Conference, yeah, same thing, just kind of an existing conference. The Pac-12 forming together has not built up some of these programs like I thought maybe would. Cal's in an 81, and they are far ahead of the rest of the group. You got Sam Houston all the way down to the 54. In the SEC, Missouri 79, Kentucky, Mississippi State, the teams you kind of expect to be lowest, and then Vanderbilt is struggling. Down to a 70s, so hopefully we can take advantage of that. We already looked at our Sun Belt, so I think that was pretty much every school we looked at, so it's not completely falling off the table here as we head into Season 4, but it is the 4th time the charm here in the Great Pro Debate against our arch rivals in Georgia Tech. We will play the moments here, and of course we run the Army playbook. Let's have them. I like them sticking with the gold helmet. Actually, we're going to wear our all blacks anyway. What if we have them go white pants? Would that look? Let's have them go all gold. And of course, we're going to go with our down with Heisman blackout uniforms here. Didn't look to see if this is a night game. Hope it is. So we open up season number 4, Cumberland University, 2028. So this would be 112 years after the 222-0 beatdown at the hands of John Heisman's Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And look at that. We've got a chance to score right away. Georgia Tech already 1-0 on the season. And we've got a warm, muggy one here in Lebanon, Tennessee, 94 degrees. And it is a light rain right now as Cumberland has the football with a 1st and 10 at the Georgia Tech 18-yard line. And Small, the freshman, making his debut. Flanker in motion from the right side, trying to get out to the edge, and he turns upfield. Gain of 6 for Mike Dugans. Bulldogs going with their blackout uniforms that they only wear against Georgia Tech. The chromed out 222 on the side of the helmets. Georgia Tech going with the all golds today. Dugans in motion from the left side, flanker position, option out to the left, late pitch to him. He's got the edge, has the first down, out of bounds just shy of the 5-yard line. Big size advantage for Cumberland today. Nearly 50 pounds of beef per man up front against the Georgia Tech defensive front. Small in the pistol. Trips punch to his right, just off the line. One receiver by himself to the left. Dugans, the running back, to throw. Moeller, the catch, and he holds on. Touchdown! And Cumberland right down the field and takes the early lead on Georgia Tech. This senior tight end, his 2nd year as a Bulldog, has had a huge impact. And it's 6-0 Cumberland. We take the extra point. They're driving on us, trying to hold them to a field goal. And we get our first look at this new revamped defense. A lot of veterans here, so obviously going to have to replace a lot of these guys after this season, but see what they can do here in 2028. Quarterback holds his feet, throw to the end zone. Dangerous pass. Oh, how did I not pick that? Oh, they'll get the stop. They get the field goal. And they've got the football back again. 3rd and 8. And it's Hurley again, same quarterback as last year for Georgia Tech. And they run a read option, and Cumberland not fooled by it. The blitz leached the first one there, and Hurley takes a couple of wallops. And Cumberland will get the football back. Well, we do nothing with it, and they're driving on us. Shotgun formation, ball on the left hash mark. Hurley, the handoff, nothing doing. And there's the new guy, Dallas Guthrie, the Ohio State transfer. Brings up a 2nd and 11. Hurley in the pistol, 3 receivers, 2 to his right. Calls out the orders to the men up front. Throws out. The little out route there on the dump off. Tight end brings it in. That'll bring up a 3rd and long. Have to get down to the 8-yard line for the 20 on the right hash mark. 2 receivers each side. Hurley back to pass. They set up the screen to the left. Running back breaks 1 tackle, can't break the 2nd. It'll be another field goal attempt to try to cut it to a 1-point game from the left hash mark, 35-yarder. And it is no good. Never made it inside the left upright, and Cumberland gets the full stop. Well, they take the lead on us. Boy, we have done nothing with the football since that opening march. That's disappointing. Georgia Tech controlling time of possession by nearly 2 minutes. Hurley under pressure, delivers a good ball over the middle on 3rd down. trying to extend their three-point lead here before we head to the locker room. 10-7 Georgia Tech. They've got a 1st and 10 from the Cumberland 15-yard line. Under center, Hurley. 3 receivers, all bunched up, 2 to the left. Handoff here. Timeout taken with 42 seconds left. Second and 9, just inside the 15. The throw is short. Hurley was rushed on that one. May have slipped out of his hands here in the rain. And we've got a 3rd and 9 with 39 seconds left. Georgia Tech, see if they can get a touchdown and take a 2-score lead into the half. Hurley throws to the end zone, just an absolute prayer. Oh, that should be intercepted. It is. Cumberland off the tip, come away with football. Hurley just threw up a prayer. What is he doing in that situation? The absolute worst thing you can do. And we'll head to the second half. And we've got it at their 42-yard line. Fourth and 1. Cumberland, the offense has not been good for the last couple of quarters, so they'll try to go for it here. Blocks, Small has the edge. He's into Georgia Tech territory at the 30, trying to break a tackle and track down at the 21-yard line. John Small up over 50 yards rushing on the afternoon. We get right into the red zone. We got 3rd and inches from the 12-yard line. Likely 2-down territory, although a field goal ties it up. Flex bone formation for Small. The redshirt freshman under center. Hands it off to Treggs, and Treggs able to move forward all the way down to the 7. Halfway through the 3rd quarter. What we expected here in this downpour, low scoring, points at a premium. Out of the flex bone, handoff to Treggs. It's open, he pushes in, touchdown! Cumberland retakes the lead. And the Cumberland Bulldogs trying to start 1-0 for the first time, and of course we do not get the extra point. Still an issue, not sure if we went for 2 and why we would do that. Third and 7. Hurley from the right hash mark, shotgun snap. Back to pass, throws over the middle, and oh, it was on target. Was that caught? Wow. What a catch, went through the defender's hands. Threading the needle there. Oh, I thought my hands with the defender were closer than that. Georgia Tech looking to retake the lead here in the late stages of the 3rd quarter. Cumberland trying to force a tying field goal attempt. Handoff, running back stuffed in the backfield, breaks the tackle, and the troops rally for Cumberland. Good thing, too, because Cameron Williams had an opening there on the right side. But dragged down after minimal gain. It's 2nd and 9 from the 14-yard line. Trips out to the left, 4 receiver set for Hurley. Takes the shotgun snap. Under pressure, hit as he throws, intercepted. Pride steps in front of it. The contact made it short. He's at the 20, at the 30, breaks a tackle, and across the 35, out of bounds into the Georgia Tech bench. Hurley picked off for the 2nd time today. And Cumberland keeps the lead. And we do nothing with the football. Oh, man, we're getting down to the end here. 4:22 to play, still 13-10 Cumberland. Can they finally avenge that 1916 loss? Hurley having trouble with the crowd here. Calling out to the line, 2 receivers each side. Call something new here. Trying to get the guys to hear him. The out route caught, 1st down, spin, down the sideline, 10, and out of bounds at the 5, and Georgia Tech has a 1st and goal. Clock stopped at 4:03. 4 chances possibly to punch it in. But they only need one, and Georgia Tech takes the lead. It's Williams. Okay, so they gave us no option to do the drive. They're just like, hey, here's a 4th down in your lap. To play. So we got to get the 1st down here. The snap. Out of the shotgun. Throw to the running back. Turn upfield. Hatchett has the 1st down and more. Into Georgia Tech territory and out of bounds at the 45. 3:04 to play. Bulldogs got to have a touchdown. Field goal does them no good. Makes it easier. You know you got 4 downs every single time. The handoff. Hatchett up the middle. Out near a 1st down. Tackled before the 45-yard line. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Trips out to the right. 4 receiver set. Setting up the screen for Hatchett. He's got a blocker. He's got the 1st down. Tries to spin at the 30. 4-yard gain, but it's enough to move the chains. Small flips it to the trips left now. Running back is Lando now in. The snap. Under pressure, and he's hit. Small is thrown down. Marquise Jones gets in there for the sack. Approaching the 2-minute warning, so the Bulldogs want to hustle and get at least one more snap off here. Try to get some of those yards back. Dump over the middle, and it's caught as Tariq Williams goes down, and that'll be a free timeout. Thank you, game. On a 3rd and 13 here. Try to get it to 4th and manageable. Ooh. We might have Veal on the outside. Small takes the snap. No, we don't. Nope, they just have a jailbreak blitz that comes in. Oh, my goodness. Well, that did not work. Now we're just going to have to launch it and hope. Fourth and 24 from the 45-yard line. Have to get down to the 21. Under pressure right away. Small throws to the end zone. Oh, it was nearly tipped into the hands of the receiver. But now we got to make the stop here. We have to hold them to a 3 and out. Hopefully they'll be not so smart and maybe try a pass here, but oh no, big handoff right away. And we're gonna have to burn that 1st time out. That hurts. Not quite over yet, but Georgia Tech, another 1st down away. Empty set for Hurley here. Brings the slot man in motion from the right, pop pass here. Gain of a few and a quick timeout by Cumberland. They'll call it a gain of 4. From the Cumberland 38-yard line. The sweep out to the right. Bulldogs trying to get there, and Georgia Tech is going to do it again. Cumberland just cannot find a way to beat the Yellow Jackets. They've got their number. They played well, but Georgia Tech is going to close it out here, and Cumberland will start 0-1 here with a 2028 campaign. And they will take the flag here, delay a game, and waste the full 40 seconds. But it's not going to matter. Georgia Tech can kneel it down now, and Cumberland is at the mercy of the clock. So Georgia Tech escapes Lebanon, Tennessee, and improves to 2-0 on the year. And they win the Great Pro Debate for a 4th year in a row. DeBron Gatling, big game against us, 7 catches, 122 yards. 2028, the year it's not meant to be yet for the Cumberland Bulldogs to beat the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. John Small in his debut, 5 for 12, 53 yards, 1 touchdown. Running Treggs, 18 attempts, 47 yards. Yeah, we got to change something about who we're getting the football to so many times. Treggs doesn't need to be getting that many carries. But we move on and get ready for opening conference play. Close to getting Coach Pop Warner to level 13 here. And is there anywhere I can go in scheme and playbooks or anything that would get us to maybe not hand it to the fullback every single time? Is that because of the game control? Maybe system coach would help with that a little bit. We'll try that. See if that changes things. Well, an opening week loss and kind of what we knew. The defense will be good. The offense might struggle a little bit here with so many young guys. And we'll take a look at the recruiting here as John Bosby says no for us. We've already cut a few guys from our board here as we go on the road. For the first time this season, we already have our points spent, so at least the guys that we have focused on. We're going after Barry Durant, a 4-star cornerback who likes proximity to home, and try to keep him here in the state of Tennessee. But Ole Miss is the top team right now, but we've jumped to second there. We've got Mateo Orlando, a really good kicker. Kicker ranked at 438 in the nation. Now, see, this makes sense that the College Football 27 engine is telling the computer to go get these guys because, yeah, kicker ranked in the top 500. We'll take a chance on bringing him in. And then Paul Sneed, a free safety. And we've got Grant Pike, a dual-threat quarterback. We are the only ones that have offered him. We got a battle with our in-conference foe, Marshall, for Paul Sneed so far. And then we take the lead with Kenya Maryland, a right guard at 320 pounds already. And then Drew Montgomery, a left guard at 311 pounds. A lot of offensive linemen that we're looking at. As you saw, our offensive line, not great right now. Kind of piecemealed together for this season. And we can go ahead and get rid of Reggie Rhodes. So I think that takes us down to 30 targets already. But we've given the points to the guys we're looking at right now. Some of our better offensive linemen, some of the guys we've already jumped ahead. We may have to take some points to Cameron Singletary. So why don't we, who was it that we were good on so far? Yeah, Pike, nobody else is offered. And also we do need cornerbacks desperately. So let's go ahead and see if we can jump ahead of Rice with that one. So that's what we'll go with for this week with recruiting. And out of the Appalachian Mountains, App State, we are better on paper. Jaja Boyd getting the nod for the impact player. And, of course, Southern Miss, Arkansas State off to good starts. Those are the teams we know we have to compete with in our division to try to make it to a conference championship game. Now, why don't we throw the gold pants, white pants. I like them with the white pants, and then let's go with our home helmets with the road uniforms to start off conference play. So we're going to Ole App State. Sun Belt Conference play for the 2028 season ready to commence. Last year, the Cumberland Bulldogs started off league play 5-0, and then it all fell apart. They did have an early win against Appalachian State. So the Mountaineers looking for revenge on last year's loss. The horrors of Appalachia, they tell you. Lock your windows, close the blinds at night, lock the doors. Well, we got Saturday afternoon football here on the Steve Nash's Cousin Radio Network. Two teams 0-1 on the season. Somebody going to get their first win of the year. Will it be the Cumberland Bulldogs or the App State Mountaineers? Time to find out as we get the football for the first time. 1 minute gone. And Small in the offense take the field. Of course, I'm saying, no more fullback handoffs, and I'm sitting here looking at all fullback plays. Small out of the wishbone. It's a pitch to Treggs, and Treggs gets nowhere, loses a yard. 84 degrees and sunny, beautiful late afternoon. Small in the shotgun. Hatchett, the running back to his right, trips out to the right side. It's an option play, has to pitch it out. Hatchett, he's got a block across the 30, across the 40, gets another block, and across the 45. Good run for Chuck Hatchett. Give him 25 on the play. Nearly 70-pound size advantage for Cumberland up front this afternoon. Read option, quarterback keeper, and Small gets a yard. And then he's dropped. It's Dugans in the backfield here in the pistol formation. Veal, the left side receiver, sent in motion. Now Small tells him to go back. One receiver each side. A handoff on the stretch play. Dugans cuts it up the middle. Good read there. He's got the first down into Mountaineer territory down at the 42. First and 10, Bulldogs. Their opening possession here, 5:38 to go in the first quarter. Up back to quarterback's left in the pistol formation, tight end left side. One receiver each side of the formation, and it is a play action. Small under pressure, couldn't throw it away, and he's dropped back at midfield. Loss of 9. The quick snap out of the pistol, Treggs. And he's blown up. Just trying to get some yardage back. Didn't work. Third and forever. The first down marker is sitting at the 31-yard line. Empty set. Trips out to the left. 4 receivers in the formation for Small. He takes the snap. Hit as he throws, and it never reached the target. And the punt unit will have to jog out there. Zoma, the freshman punter. As hyped as you can be for a punter. He'll try to angle it here to the sideline. Bounces it inside the 20. Good kick. And out of bounds at the 15-yard line. They march right down the field on us. All the way down to the 5-yard line. App State looking to go up here first. Wilds, the quarterback, handoff out of the pistol. Running back bounces off the tackle left side, and Decker saves the touchdown. Able to bear hug him just shy of the goal line. Pistol formation again. Bunch trips off the right side of the line. Read option, quarterback, keeper, and touchdown. App State strikes first. Closing 25 seconds here of the opening quarter. The Mountaineers have a touchdown. And we gave the football right back to them somehow. So this is not great. 1st and 10 from the 10. Technically can get a first at about the 40-yard line, and a good tackle up front. But Deshaun Reeder already 11 rushing attempts, nearly 60 yards on the ground. Got to find a way to slow him down if you're Cumberland.
On the set. 29 Philly.
Pistol formation, tight end each side, one receiver each side. Wilds back to pass, gets hit as he throws, receiver caught, broke the tackle, can't break the second. Raheem Wilds hasn't really had to throw the football yet this afternoon. With a strong start from the running game. But it's a 3rd and 1 here to try to go up by 2 scores. Wilds out of the pistol, handoff, running back, breaks a couple of tackles and sneaks in. Bad start for the Cumberland defense. And it's 14-0. Hey, we made it to the red zone here. Gotta have some points. Small under center, flanker to the right. 2 receivers to the right side here out of the flex bone. Man in motion, pitch out. Dugan's trying to get the edge here on 2nd and 8, and a good gain inside the 15. It'll be a 3rd and manageable. Could be 4-down territory, down by 14 here for Cumberland if they cannot move the chains. It is a handoff, and Dugan's cuts and able to make his way down to the 10, but he is shaken up on the play and slow to get up after a strong start. But he's down on the field with 3:51 to go here in the second. So that means Hatchett comes back in. Smalls rolls out to the right. He's got an angle, turns upfield. He's in. And the freshman has his first touchdown. So Cumberland able to get back into it, but of course we do not get the extra point. Probably went for 2 for some reason. But we do have the ball back. We get it at their 31, less than 2 minutes to go. And we get the football back. So don't necessarily want to rush things here, but it is a 3rd and 5, so we got to get some yards. How about Small just taking on the option, and the freshman to the 5 dives in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Back-to-back rushing touchdowns. And Cumberland has their quarterback of the future, it appears. And again, we do not get the extra point, and they're marching on us right into the red zone, so we left them too much time. Everything going our way so far. They'll take a timeout with 58 seconds left. Game of a couple of runs so far. 14-0 for App State. Now 12-0 run for Cumberland. Empty set for Wilds. Calls out the blitz. Knew it was coming. Doesn't stop it anyway. Ben Laney coming in. 2nd and long from the 26-yard line. Trips out to the right, hand off to the running back. And a good tackle there by Ruggs up front. Another one of the young guys that Coach Pop Warner's excited about here this season. Want to get him more playing time. Actually, that might have been Simmons there on the tackle. Simmons comes through, makes a hit on the quarterback. And it will be 4th and 9. And the field goal unit comes out. 36-yarder from the left hash mark. And the kick is good. App State pushes the lead up to 5. Will they give us a chance? Nope. We're going to go into the second half. They're at our 36. Might be on the edge of field goal range. Still 17-12. 5:15 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Wilds out of the pistol. Throws it towards the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. All right, we're on the move in their territory. We've got a 3rd and 4. Good to see Dugan's back in. Small calls out the play. Dugan's in motion before the snap. He gets the sweep. Should have the first down. He's got it inside the 30. Spins at the 25. Alley opens up for him, and he's tackled all the way down at the 15-yard line. Mike Dugans, the Bulldog offense, with some good running so far. Small looks to the sideline, calls out the play. Hand off to Hatchett. Little juke at the line of scrimmage and doesn't do much. Small sticks with the flex bone under center, 1 receiver each side. Flanker in motion from the left. It is an option play. Small keeps it again. Spins inside the 10-yard line and just shy of a first down. Down by 12. Small here on 3rd down. Goes under center with the flex bone. Dugan's in motion before the snap. Hand off to Treggs, and he's able to pull a couple of App State linemen forward for the first down. First and goal from the 5-yard line, just inside the right hash mark. Dugan's in motion, the flanker, pitch out to the left, just has to win the race, and he does. And Cumberland back on the board, and they're back within a score. Why don't we go ahead and kick this extra point so we make sure that we actually get it. Because I don't know what we've been doing. And Mackay Stewart gets hurt. Great. Into the 4th quarter, and we've got the football again. Down by 5 in their territory. It's a 3rd and 10. Dang, our offensive line has gotten banged up this game. That's not good. We have a few guys that can go in and play, but not a whole lot. A snap out of the pistol. Throw to Moeller. He's got a long way to go, and he will not get the first down. And one of our guys is hurt. Fourth down, just into the 4th quarter here. And Cumberland lines up to go for it. Small calls out the play. Handoff, Treggs, and not even close. Blown up, and App State was ready for that one. We got to hold them to a field goal here. Although our defense is held up. Everybody with the white circles so far. That's good. Wilds in the pistol, up back to his left. Receivers out to the left side. Under pressure, hit as he throws, still delivers on target. 1st and goal. Mountaineers looking to put it away here with under 6 minutes to go, up by 5. Pistol for Wilds again. Handoff. And the Bulldogs up front couldn't get to Reeder initially. But they drop him after a short gain down to the 2. Shotgun for Wilds. Read option, handoff, running back, won't get there. Reeder stops short at the 1-yard line. The wall presented by the Bulldogs defense, trying to hold strong. Pistol formation. Wilds up back to his left, 2 receivers to his left. Calls out the play to the line. Play action, he's hit from behind, sacked. And Cumberland will force the field goal attempt. Micah Strickland, the senior safety, coming in off the edge. Short field goal here with 5 minutes to go. And no issue on the 22-yarder. And they've got the ball again. Cumberland fans leaning off their couches and chairs. Big third down here. Have to get the football back. Down by 8. Pistol snap. Pressure put on. Wilds rolls out, throws the curl route, and it's dropped. Receiver should have had it there, but it gets knocked out from behind. 80 yards, and Cumberland needs 8 to tie it up. Dugans has gotten beat up here this game. Pitch out to Lando here on the triple option, and Lando makes a 4-yard gain there. A little chicken out of chicken scratch. Smalls changing the play here. Takes the snap off to the side. Has to roll out. Backs all the way up and just tosses it out of bounds with 2:51 to play. Smart from the freshman there. No need to force anything. You got 2 more downs to make it happen. They have not asked him to throw the football a lot tonight. Just his 8th attempt. He's 3 for 8. Dump off. Hatchett breaks a tackle, has the first down. What a job by Chuck Hatchett, the second-year running back. They expect him to get a lot of play. They started him last year at the beginning of the season and just struggled in the early going and ended up seeing not a whole lot of playing time. So they set up a screen here to Lando. Blocker missed, and that's a loss of 5. Second and long, 2.5 minutes to play. Throw, man open. Tromba, John Small down after he delivered that ball. Oh no, a severe potential leg injury. Not what we were wanting there. It's a 3rd and 1, and Stamer has to come in off the bench cold and try to lead a game-tying drive, and that helps that Treggs trudges along. They'll keep Stamer in for now and have him run at least one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Under center. Read option, under pressure. Stamer dropped. He loses 5, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Second and 15, ball at midfield. Good news is Bulldogs know they have all 4 downs to work with. It's go for broke right now. Throw over the middle, Hatchett. Oh, he had it and lost it. Got popped. And it's 3rd and long for Cumberland. Trying to avoid the 0-2 start both squads are. Small back in for this 3rd down. Throws the slant over the middle, and it's caught, and they'll have to run up to the line. Small takes the snap again. Throws another slant. It's high, and it's dropped. It's dropped. And now Appalachian State just needs a 1st down, and it is ball game over. Wilds in the pistol. Handoff, stretch left side. Broken tackles, and it is a 1st down. And Cumberland has to take their first time out with 96 seconds left. This is not the start Cumberland was hoping for here. A lot of optimism heading into their 4th season as a program. But it's back-to-back 10-yard runs, and that's ball game over. And we just can't stop them when we need to here in the late stages. Wilds, another handoff, another broken tackle. Well, Maybe we'll get lucky and get an injury timeout. That's about all we can hope for right now. Second and 6 from the 34-yard line. Handoff. And that will be the final timeout. I think it's pretty much going to run the clock out. Well, it's a 5-second difference, so we need a miss.
Number 14 on the field goal.
And hope it leaves us a second or two. Nope. App State puts it away. And that'll do it. And we are 0-2 to start the new season. 0-1 in Sun Belt play. And it's going to be an uphill climb here in 2028. Let's see if our stats changed at all if we continue to just feed Tregs. Small goes 7 for 13, 66 yards. I think that was a lot of us. Tregs gets 15 carries. Dugans does get 10 for 85, so that's better. Hatchet gets 6 touches. But still, maybe a few too many touches for Tregs. We are 0-2, and not the start we were hoping for. So let's move on to week number 3. And no real updates on the recruiting, it looked like. And yeah, we were hoping that we wouldn't be 0-2 when we got to this game, but that's where we're at, going to Tuscaloosa. I think we went to Tuscaloosa in the first season, and we just simmed through the game because we knew it wasn't going to go well, and got blown out. Did want to look at the early top 25. UCLA, number 1, with a big win over Hawaii. Georgia's at 2, Texas 3, Florida State 4, SMU 5, Ohio State 6, Oregon 7, North Carolina 8, Duke 9, and then Miami drops 1 to SMU. Notre Dame loses to Texas, and Arizona State suffering a loss to Texas Tech. Tulane on our schedule has jumped up to number 17 with a 2-0 start. And Alabama, they're 0-2 too, but they're coming off a game against Ohio State where they lost by 5. They lost to Duke. For whatever reason, Duke is the darling right now of these simulations, as everybody's experienced over the last year with this game. So once they get Dynasty sorted out, hopefully at some point for 2027, be interesting to see if it's still Duke or if another team emerges this year as the team that just always seems to be prominent with their playbook. What did I want to look at? Maybe off screen I'll go into formation subs and change things up a little bit. Maybe we can help with the auto subs too, I think. Let's get running backs out a little bit earlier. And hopefully that works for the fullbacks too. Yeah, we can also keep fresh with those guys. Defensive ends, let's keep guys fresh. Get a few more rotations in there. Yeah, especially our defense is good enough with our second team guys. We can put them in and be okay. I don't know if this actually changes anything. Telling the quarterback to grind it out. Let's change that to normal on wear and tear. I should just sub in a couple of the fullbacks on formations, but when we get a chance, we'll maybe sub out Tregs a little bit and see if the other fullbacks can have some success. So, okay, battle of 0-2 teams here. We go to take on the Crimson Tide of Alabama. And we'll go with the silver helmets. And let's go with the I like the black pants. And let's go with the black socks here. Instead of the road option helmet, let's just go with our gold chrome here. Not too far of a trip from Lebanon, Tennessee to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The Crimson Tide trying to avoid an 0-3 start. The Alabama faithful. Well, looks like some empty seats maybe up in the balcony. But a renewed rivalry against the Cumberland Bulldogs. Who's going to get their first win of the season? Can Cumberland pull off their first top 25 victory as a program? Going to be a tall task this afternoon. And we get the football right away. Let's see if we have any speed to compete. 85 degrees here in Alabama. Beautiful afternoon for football once again. Flexbone for Small. Welcome to college football for the young freshman, and he's blown up on the option play. Bulldogs are going to have to get used to this environment quick. Small under center. Back to pass, throws over the middle. Caught by Veal, breaks a tackle, and a nice gain up near the first down marker. £298 per defensive lineman for Alabama. Not as much of a size advantage, but Tregs has the first down, just reaches across. Smalls, sweep out to the right. Dugans has blocks, has to cut it back in. Edge wasn't going to be there. At least gets a couple. Second and 7. A handoff, and Thurber, his first carry, gets a good gain. Small goes under center. It's a 3rd and 2. Option out to the left, pitches it, gets it to Dugans, has the first down into Alabama territory, and he's down at the 45-yard line. And this is what Cumberland is going to have to do this afternoon. Just take what you can get, methodical drives, and then hopefully that defense can get a few stops. Handoff to Thurber again, out of the flex bone. He gains another 3. Doesn't feel like a lot, but 3 yards per. You can live with it. Alabama fans trying to get loud. Another pitch to Dugans. He has to cut it upfield again. It'll be a 3rd and 5. Small in the pistol for the first time today. Takes the snap. Throw over the middle. Moeller wide open. And the first pass is completed for John Small today. Down to the Alabama 27-yard line. Good opening 3 minutes here for Cumberland. Out of the pistol again. Handoff. Dugans gets absolutely popped. Beeman there to say hello. The senior defensive tackle. Small sticks with the pistol. Read option, pitches it out to Hatchett, and Hatchett's down inside the 25. It'll be a 3rd and manageable. Small lines up in the shotgun for the first time this afternoon. Trips out to the right, running back to his right. Throws the slant, it's caught. And they move the chains again. John Ragamba on the receiving end of that pass. Into the red zone for Cumberland here on the opening drive. They've ate up half the first quarter. Pitch here and Hatchett. Home free. Touchdown, Cumberland. The 15-yard sweep. And the Bulldogs strike first here in Tuscaloosa. Oh, would you look at that? Going for it here on 4th and 3 against us. Not respecting our Bulldog defense. From midfield. Pass over the middle, and it's caught. And Alabama moves the chains. Trying to make the stop on 3rd down. I feel like we kind of just have to send the house and hope and pray here in these situations that we can get there before, or hope that our cornerbacks can make a stop. There was the chance there, but a little pick play, and it works. And Alabama's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Man, our defender got picked off there. Got to make tackles in the open field. Rashawn Bryant. Yep, right there. Just got shielded off, and he still had a chance at the tackle and couldn't do it. So a tie at 7 here. We got the football at their 35 here, halfway through the second quarter, so we're driving again. Even the computer's doing okay. We got a 3rd and 7, though. Small under center. Play action. Has to throw it, gets popped. A 52-yard field goal. Is that even in our range? Oh, I think I pushed it left. No, it's no good. Half the distance. Faziano just misses wide. Man, just aimed it too far to the left. Well, we've controlled time of possession. Probably field goal range here for Alabama already. Empty set, trips out to the left. Quarterback back to pass, throws, high pass. Oh my goodness, he caught it anyway. Michael Van Buren Jr., the quarterback. Don't recognize the name. Closing moments here in the first half. Alabama looking for a go-ahead touchdown, and the handoff. So 3rd and 2. Why don't we take the timeout? If we can get the stop here. Get a chance one more time with the football. Tied at 7, so Cumberland, give them credit. They've come on the road here in this tough environment, and they have hung around at least for the opening 2 quarters. And a big sack. Van Buren is down. Peyton Morgan on the rush.
Timeout by the defense.
So we've got the field goal attempt here.
Number 24 on the field goal.
It'll be a 37-yarder right down the middle. And the kick is up and good, and that is the difference. Alabama a made field goal, Cumberland a missed field goal. As we head towards the halftime break, but they're going to give us a chance here with the football. The only thing is we've not faced an environment like this, at least in gameplay, where Small's ready to be consistently hitting passes. We'll dump off to Hatchett. That doesn't do much. Got to be careful here. Don't want to give Alabama too much time with the football. Ball on the left hash mark. Trips out to the right. Small takes the snap. Option pitch out to Hatchett, who's going to gain maybe another yard. They give him a couple. Third and long. Go route wide open and a first down. And now Cumberland will sprint up to the line. They got to take the snap quickly here. 17 seconds left. Finally, they get the football out. Throw to Hatchett and nothing doing, and they have to take the timeout with 10 seconds left. Snap. Who we throwing it to? Small with the launch here, and it's knocked away from Veal. What an arm by Small. Yeah, we are not in Tony Vizcaino's range. Final play before halftime. Just hoping they can maybe get a penalty, and it's knocked away from Veal. And we'll head to the locker room. Alabama up 10-7 in a defensive battle. The type of game Cumberland was hoping for. They've had their chances, but Alabama with a stronger passing game, able to get that late field goal. And we'll go ahead and back to the key moments. And we stop them, but their second drive here, the second half, they're moving on us again. We got to try to hold them to a field goal attempt and keep it a 6-point game. And they get the snap up before we can get the adjustment. Screen off to the receiver. Nice tackle on the edge. Leach over there to make the big hit. Halfway through the third quarter. Van Buren in the shotgun. Double stacks each side. Back to pass. Throws to the end zone. Open. Caught. Touchdown. And Alabama goes on top. Caleb Edwards, the tight end, on the receiving end. And the lead extends to a 2-score lead for Alabama. And now we're starting to fall apart a little bit. They're driving again here to end the third quarter. We've thrown some punches, but the Crimson Tide might be just too much for us right now, going to their place. Man in motion, it's a double fake, and we get, our guys are right there. All they had to do was grab him. It's a touchdown, Alabama. But man, we were there, and they're already telling us to go for it here. That's not a great sign. So 4th down here. And it's going to be picked off as Smalls hit as he tries to throw. And Alabama will have short field possession up by 17. And they go up. And it's 31-7. Final score not indicative of how we played. We've said that a lot here in this series. I was hoping we wouldn't be saying that in Season 4, but that is where we're at as a squad, and it's another pickoff as they step in front of it. Knew we were going with the in route there at the marker, and this one has gotten ugly. And we'll just get to the end of the game. We don't need to waste our time with this. Oh man, 45-7. Yikes! That got ugly in the second half. That did not go well. Van Buren, 239 yards, 4 touchdowns. For John Small, oh, when he got injured. Oh no, Small got injured in the game. Probably should have taken him out. Thurber ends up being our most carries for 22 yards, so he's not necessarily the answer. The answer is not so many fullback handoffs in the sim. The sim play calling needs to be a little more creative. Or we just got to get superstar fullbacks. One or the other. That was ugly, and we are 0-3. This has been a disaster start. But the recruits are okay with it. We're not losing guys, although our championship contender has just plummeted. Can we right the ship against Jack State? We'll play one more game here, and then I got to hop off. But, hey, Durant, we're right there with Ole Miss. Whenever he's ready to take his visit, we'll try to make that happen. Nobody else yet for Orlando. Snead, we've got a good lead over Marshall. And Pike, nobody has really closed the gap since we took the points from him. Kenya, Maryland, we are keeping the Liberty at arm's reach. Montgomery, we've got a lead. Singletary, we have taken over from Rice. We did that last week. And he's ready for a visit. But, yeah, everything's C's. So I don't know if we want to do that. What about Madden? Do we have anything yet? We'll have proximity to home as a B-. Allison, we've at least got proximity to home as an A with Marshall and Vanderbilt. But we don't have the... Why don't we go ahead and schedule his visit first? Who are we most likely to beat? I feel like South Alabama. And we still get 2 tick marks there for that. I'll go ahead with proximity to home. And then load him back up with 40 points. So we can't have Madden visit on the South Alabama week. But again, we don't really have anything good for him. And then playing time is the only positive for him, and of course he doesn't want that. Not ready for a visit yet. Any of our other guys? I don't think so yet. Is there anybody we can take points away from right now? Not from him. We could try with Montgomery. I just want to go this center down here. And McMichael. That we are not in the top 8, but I'd like to. 291-pound raw strength center. Want to bring him in. So let's do that. And we get Jack State. On paper, we are better than them. We have got to get a win here. We've got to slow down C.J. Clausen, their running back. We also have to look at the injury report. How bad is Small? And he's out for 5 weeks. Also, Pruitt's out. So Cam Pruitt, our best player, is out. And John Small dislocated his hip. So depth chart-wise, we're going to have to... yeah, he's already pulled out. Okay, perfect. So we got DJ Stamer. Going to make the start. Does he stay in, or do we end up going to one of the freshmen? I mean, Morrow's got the biggest arm. Ball carrier vision, they're all pretty close. But I think we'll go with Stamer. The oldest of the group. Backup quarterback. Must-win game in the opening third of the season. What could go wrong? Jacks, yeah, they're going to wear the throwback Gamecock logo against us. And let's go with the road option uniforms, but let's change it to the blue jersey. I like that. I like that look. A desperate Cumberland Bulldog team comes home licking their wounds. They're without their offensive leader. They're without their defensive leader. And they got Jacksonville State in town. And after a 53-yard punt, we've got the football. 93 degrees, just a little bit of a breeze out there to make it a little more comfortable. And DJ Stamer making his first career start for the injured John Small. Stamer goes under center. Dugans in motion for the right side. It's an option play. Pitch out. Dugans gets the edge, the 30, the 40, and shoved out of bounds by a couple of Gamecocks after a gain of nearly 20. Clock running. First minute gone here. Stamer on the left hash mark at his own 42, 1st and 10. It's a sweep out, and Dugans has nowhere to go. Dropped in the backfield.
Loss of 4. Second down coming up.
Second and 14. Stamer in the shotgun, trips out to the right. 4 receiver set, takes the snap. Throws, it's a wide receiver screen. Tongue's got blocks up the middle, and he's got the first down into Jack State territory. Stamer will jog up to the line. They'll stick with the shotgun. Trips out to the left. Hatchett now the running back to quarterback's left. Under pressure right away. They were trying to set up the screen, but Stamer gets blown up. Nothing to do with that football. Three receiver set in the shotgun for Stamer. Flanker on the right side goes in motion behind the quarterback. It's a pitch to him. It's Hatchett. He's got the edge, and he's close to the first down. I think he got it. Down to the 34-yard line. Another first down for Cumberland. Cummings, the slot man for the right, in motion. Goes behind the quarterback now. Read option, and a quarterback keeper by Stamer. Good 6-yard gain on first down. Stamer sticking with the shotgun here. And it's another quarterback keeper, and Stamer with another good gain. Not sure how many shots like that they want him taking this afternoon. Especially with 2 true freshmen waiting behind him in Morrow and Muhammad. Stamer goes under center. Hand off to Treggs, and the fullback's got a good carry right up the gut. Gain of 5 down to the 15. Gamecocks trying to come up with a stop here. Stamer calls out the play. Another handoff to Treggs, and Treggs close to the first down. They'll say he's just short, 3rd and inches. Dugans, the flanker, in motion, takes the pitch. Spins away from the defender on the outside that could have stopped him short. He's knocked back behind the line, still goes forward. What a strange play there, got pushed back. If he had just gone down, I think they would have given him forward progress as Derek Calloway is down for the Gamecocks. But Dugans breaks another tackle and gets all the way down to the 4-yard line. And it's 1st and goal for Cumberland. Stamer under center, the flanker is Hatchett to his right. 2 receivers to the right side. Option keeper, the pitch out. Hatchett trying to get around the defender and won't do it. Terrian Travis Jr. able to prevent the touchdown. And it's a loss of 1. 2nd and goal for the 5-yard line. Stamer in the pistol. Bunch trips out to the left. Takes the snap. Throws to the end zone, and who else? It's Moeller, the tight end, with a touchdown. And Cumberland strikes first. And I know we like going for it anyway. So why don't we just try instead of watching the extra point not happen for us. Hatchett. The option. Oh, and it's pitched backwards, and Hatchett gonna have to pick it up at the 20, and they will not get the 2-point conversion. All right, let's try to get the stop here on 3rd down. They've got a 3rd and 5 at the 50. First down marker at the Cumberland 45. Jones in the shotgun. Trips out to the left. Throws the short route. They're not going to get it. Good tackle there. Oh, we got the football back. They didn't go for it. Wow. First down marker for Cumberland sits at the Jack State 43-yard line. It is a 3rd and 6 here. Back to pass. Moeller over the middle. He's got the first down, moves the chains. And then we give up the football. 4th and 2. They want us to go for it from our own 47. With 3:17, clock running here. Stamer under center. The option out to the left, and he can't get the pitch off, and it's a turnover on downs. Dang it. Oh, it's a 3rd and 17. Don't need to do anything crazy. Just sit back in zone. Hopefully we can get a little pressure here. Simmons beat up a little bit. They throw the quick route, and it's knocked away. And we'll get the football back with a 2-minute drive. Oh, man, starting from our own 5-yard line. Not the ideal, but we're up 6-0. Defense is held strong here. Hand off to the big man, Treggs, and he'll get a little breathing room of 4 yards up to the 9 at the 2-minute timeout. Sunbelt football here on the Steve Nash's Cousin Radio Network. Cumberland 0-3, looking for a big win to jumpstart the season against 2-1 Jack State. Hand off to the flanker, and Hatchett maybe gets a couple, and that has the clock running. Third down, throw, and the catch is made by Dugans, moves the chains. Stamer under center. 95 seconds to go here in the half. Oh, and it's fumbled. And Jack State picks it up, and Stamer gives up the touchdown. Unbelievable. Man, he is not a great option quarterback right now. We are struggling to run the option with him. Pitch back to Dugans, and Dugan's going to get eaten up for a 5-yard loss.
Loss of 6.
Boy, this is going to be a rough season without our golden boy at quarterback. Shotgun snap. Throw, though. Man open, and it's caught down the sideline. Rugamba at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. And maybe we got ourselves a passing quarterback here. Let's go ahead and get that 2-point conversion back. What do you say? Stamer back to pass, throws, Moeller caught, there it is. And hopefully we hold them for the next minute. So we get the football back. And there we go, opening drive at their 42. So John Rugamba with a big play of the game so far. That huge pass play. I think that was an 80-yarder, wasn't it? It's pretty close. Rugamba lined up as the middleman, and the trips out to the right here on this 3rd down. Throw to him, and it's knocked away. And we'll have to punt the football. Into the 4th quarter. And we are in the red zone with a 3rd and 6. At the very least, get a field goal out of this. Not sure why we're getting that hitch there a little bit there in the sound, but sun's starting to set here in Lebanon, Tennessee. Stamer, the rollout, throws it. It's caught, and Dugans will not get to the line to gain. 4th and 5, what are we doing? Why would we do that? It's a 36-yard field goal.
Number 11 on the field.
Just kick the dang thing. We're with the wind. And let's take a 10-point lead. Vizcaino had that missed field goal last week against Alabama, and then everything just went wrong for Cumberland. After that, we got the football back. Up by 10, 4:47 to play. Flexbone formation, one receiver by himself out to the left. It's Field. Right side flanker in motion. It is a sweep handoff to Dugans, and Cumberland, I think, content to just get this clock running. You know what? Let's get Treggs out of there, and let's try Tweedlee, baby. The transfer. And see what he can do with the football. He's also an impact guy, so we're only going to have him for 2 years, but see what he can do. And oh yeah, give him the football right away, and he muscles for a 1st and goal. Under 4 minutes to go. Cumberland looking to put it away. Moeller in motion out off the line to the left side. It's an option pitch. Dugans has the edge. Touchdown, and Cumberland looks to be on their way to their first victory of 2028. Chance to get the stop here, get the football back, and get out of here with our first victory of the season. Quarterback back to pass, under pressure, he's sacked. All the way back at the 20-yard line. Zimmons gets home. And we still have the chew clock on, yes, okay. Very important. So even if I mess up here, at least we get rid of some clock. Should be the final play before the 2-minute timeout, unless Jack State wants to burn one here, down by 17. Option out to the left side. Stamer, the late pitch. Dugans spins away from the sideline to stay in bounds. It'll be a 3rd and inches on the other side of the 2-minute timeout. Cumberland, finally the game they needed. The backup quarterback throwing the football today. Handoff, Treggs up the middle, pushing towards the goal line, and he's down at the 3. 15 rushes, 64 yards for Treggs. Did bust a 24-yarder at one point today. Final 90 seconds. Pitch out to the fullback, and Tweedley will not get to the goal line. Final minute of the game. And the Cumberland fans have started to head to the bars, head for the exits. It's a fumble, though, and uh-oh. Jack State will get the football with 48 seconds left. But that's going to be it. Defense pitches a shutout. Defensive touchdown, the only way Jack State scores today. John Ragamba with that huge 80-yard touchdown at the end of the first half. And Cumberland is in the win column here in 2028. No John Small, no problem. One of our better passing performances from a quarterback, 11 for 17, 171 yards for DJ Stamer. Who says he's a pure runner? Dugans with a nice game on the ground. Stamer struggled running the football. He is not much of our running quarterback. 3 fumbles. Might have to try one of the other guys. See if Morrow can run the option a little bit better. But a win's a win. And an important win to beat Jack State here. And look at that, Kamori Moore has set the Cumberland career sack record. So we've got that. How do you look at specific for... Oh, there we go. So far, well, we have to take Georgia State's record book because we replaced them. 13 sacks in his career now. I think that's the first record we've actually taken. Some of those passing records, I don't know if we'll ever get those. But a win for Coach Pop Warner against Jack State. Much needed to get to 1-1 in league play. And we have been locked out for Alex Dillard, one of the guys we offered. Championship contender, we're almost back to the top 100. And we get Louisiana Monroe this week, who we are also much better than on paper. They've got Brian Bishop as their leading receiver. But we're right there behind Southern Miss. We've played 2 Eastern teams so far, but now we finally get to play one of our divisional foes. I think Coastal Carolina is the other Eastern team we play again this season. We have not played James Madison. We have not played Marshall. We have not played Old Dominion for some reason. The schedule, it's another thing, too, that they got to fix. I don't know if it's fixed with all the bugs in 27 with scheduling. But Durant, we've taken the lead for Ole Miss, and he's ready for a visit, so we may have to do that. Maryland, we get playing time with him, and we could do that next week with South Alabama, and it should be a complimentary visit. And we'll give Maryland the 25 points back. We got Singletary. And then that center, McMichael. Hey, look at that. We jumped all the way to the top with him. So that's nice. Allison, we can give him his full 50 back. I love... Do we have any of the guys that we can get for more complimentary visits? If we get Pike to move a little bit more quickly on his. Because for Pike, never mind, we're not going to have much that we can actually do with that for a visit. Yeah, some of these guys, we're just going to have to hope that our points carry the day. Same thing with Paul Sneed, so we may want to just give those 50 points back. But that's what we'll save here. Battle of 1 and 3 teams coming up. Thankfully, we get our best player back, but oh no, Kumar suffered a broken toe, and that might have to be a medical red shirt for him. With 8 weeks left in the season, so let's see real quick if it's even worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, we literally only have it back for Louisiana. He's played 4 games already, so we'd have to keep him out the rest of the season. We had him at right guard. So we're just going to play Sean Bobo instead. I don't hate that. And then we'll keep Jermaine Houston as our backup lineman across the board. Bobo, we got to move here. Spriggs will move up in the depth chart at left tackle. And then we can put Sal's over there as well. And Sean Bobo, we can remove from here. And put Sal's again. So that's what we're looking at here for the offensive line. But thankfully, we have our man in Cam Pruitt back for this next game. I know Alabama, the defense gave up 45 points, but I feel like that was our offense not moving. And then Stamer gets thrown in there after the injury to Small. So defense playing well, offense got to get a little more consistent. But that's going to do it for episode 9 already here of our Cumberland rebuild. And we will head into the middle stages of episode number 10 into season number 4. Middle stages of season number 4 for episode number 10. Thanks for watching, whether you watched here live on Twitch or the recording on YouTube. Thanks for watching. This has been the Cumberland University Rebuild on the Steve Nash's Cousin Radio Network.